Today we will be doing a site-to-site transfer, showing you how to transfer inventory from a warehouse to a job site and from a job site back to a warehouse. In your side navigation, click on Sites. You should see the sites that you have been granted access to transact in. From there, we will access a warehouse site as a warehouse manager. We would like to transfer inventory to our job site. All that we need to do is open up our transfers tab. Depending on your permissions, you would be able to see what tools you have access to. So in the transfer section, we'll open it up. Wherever you see the plus button in Cloudscaff, it just means the ability to create a document. So we will create a transfer. It will already pre-populate with our warehouse information. We will be transferring it to our job site. So that's the site that we'll be sending it to. I am the user that would be doing it. This is the date that the transfer needs to happen. Attach any reference codes or third-party documentation references over there. You can also attach any notes if may be required. And from here, you would have access to your site's available inventory. So here is all the inventory currently in this warehouse site. And all we need to do is go in and input our quantities for transfers. So let's, for instance, say 100 of all of those items. If you know a component's code, for instance, and you would like to search for it, for instance, if you want to search for a waller, you can do so in the search field and it will pick up exactly what you're searching for, or potentially a Perry product. So there you can see that it will segment according to your, or filter according to your required category. Go ahead and attach an additional 100 there. So now if I toggle this button, it will remove the inventory, the remainder of the inventory. It only lists what I have available, or what I have set out in the transfer. And in order for this to complete, I need to create the transfer. In creating the transfer, it notifies the other site that there is a transfer that is being created. So here is my list of components. There is the number of items, that's the count of the items, and that's the weight. Now, to give you a quick understanding as to what the other user has experienced, so in their job site, they would have received an alert saying that there is a pending transfer coming to their job site. If they open up the documentation, they'd be able to reference or see all the inventory that's been sent. They cannot sign for it or create anything. They can request updates to the transfer if required, but that's what they would be receiving. So from the warehouse side, all that they would need to do is complete the transfer. So they would go into the pending transfer, make any updates or adjustments if required. For instance, if we're only going to be sending 50 of these items, you could do so. And over here, all I need to do in order to release the inventory is attach my signature and click send immediately. What this is going to do, it is going to remove these items from our warehouse inventory list. So there you can see it, our quantities have reduced in terms of weight and counts. If I go into our warehouse and you look at transfers out, I open up the transfers out section and I can see that we have sent a delivery from our warehouse to our job site. If I need to access that documentation once again, I can view exactly what I've done. If you would like to download the transfer note to view it, there is our transfer note if you ever need access to that information. And in our site, job site, if I access the job site, if I look at that job site now, it actually does have inventory available on it now, everything that we have just transferred in. If I look at the transfer section and I look at transfers in, it will show it came from warehouse and came into my job site. If I open that up, once again, it's just a duplicate of all the inventory that has been transferred to our site. And that is essentially getting inventory from a warehouse site to a job site. Now we're going to do the reverse. Once we are finished with the inventory, we are going to transfer it back from our job site to our warehouse site. So in order for us to complete this is once again in our job site, click the plus button. It's going to automatically populate with our job site details. I would like to transfer it back to our warehouse site. Today is the date that we're looking to do this. Any supporting documentation or reference codes that need to be attached there, you can do so. And here it's pulling up our entire available inventory list on the site. Now you can do partial returns. You don't have to return everything immediately, or you can do a full return. It's completely up to you. If there is a requirement to attach supporting information or documentation, potentially images of the truck being loaded, you can do so by clicking here directly through the app or on your any device that you're working on. I'm going to create the transfer. But once again, it's stored in a pending transfer in job site. It is there waiting for us. But if I go into the warehouse site, you can see that there's a transfer currently waiting to come back to the warehouse site. I cannot accept the inventory just yet. I need a job site to release it. So once again, just a verification that the warehouse site is aware that there is a transfer coming back to the warehouse. All I need to do is open up the transfer. And once again, if I do need to make any adjustments to the transfer, I can do so at this point. Take photographs or attach any supporting documentation, sign to release the inventory, and send it back to the warehouse. What it's now doing is it's generating the transfer note for us. You'll see in my job site now, I have transfers out. This shows me exactly what inventory is leaving my warehouse. There is the inventory list that is left. If I go look at my job site's inventory list, I can see that these are the remaining items on that job site. And if I go back into my warehouse site, I can see that my inventory totals have updated. In transfers in, I can see that I have a job site. The job site has sent transferred inventory to my warehouse site, and the transaction is completed. And that is essentially how you would transfer inventory from a warehouse site to a job site and a job site back to a warehouse site.